Hello there, What Culture football fans. I'm Adam Wilborn from What Culture, the Adam Bogdan of What Culture, joined by the Steve Stone of What Culture.
Wow.
Andy Murray. There's all this positivity going around after the World Cup. Everyone's feeling good. Everyone's fallen back in love with football again. The new season's on the horizon. So let's ruin all that, Andy, eh? Should Rafa Benitez walk from Newcastle before the season even starts?
Absolutely not. Ruin the only good thing about being a Newcastle supporter in 2018. Take Rafa Benitez away. From a fan standpoint, absolutely not, like I've just said. From a professional standpoint, maybe he should. This standoff with Mike Ashley really isn't all that encouraging, is it?
I mean, manager standoff with Mike Ashley at Newcastle isn't a new story.
No,
really,
not at all. No.
But it's really weird, especially for someone like me as an outsider. You know, you look in on all these Premier League teams. Everyone knows how much money they get given every summer, regardless of whether they sell players or not. Just for being in the Premier League, it's going up and up and up every year with TV deals and stuff. And yet, you look at Newcastle, and we talk about this in the office. They've signed a player on loan and they've bought a goalkeeper for $4 million.
Yeah, two loanees and the keeper that was on loan last season.
It's not really investment in the future, is it? Because you had a good season last year.
Apologies, I'm speaking nonsense. Key was a free transfer, not a loanee, of course. Yes, good season, finished 10th. Very encouraging spell towards the end, you know, signing off with a real morale-boosting victory over Chelsea. Let's go into the new season really positive. And then you get to the transfer window, the World Cup finishes, and it's the same old bollocks. This seems to happen every single transfer window with Newcastle. Funds are promised, they're not delivered. The manager gets a bit pissy, and then we get back to this.
Because I've been waiting for months. I remember discussing it and saying, like, okay, well, when obviously Ashley sells Newcastle, we'll do a big thing about it.
When?
And I think I was definitively told, don't worry about that, it's not going to happen. No. What's going on there? Because there's always, you know, I saw that interview with him months and months and months ago saying, look, I do want to eventually sell this football club, but nothing seems to be happening. He didn't want to bring anyone. This is before, I think it was around January, because I remember people were saying, well, any people he does bring in, he'll put on top of the price he puts on Newcastle.
Yes.
It's just so surreal.
It's mental. The man essentially has an artificially high price for the club that he wants met. That's primarily why Amanda Staveley and her group walked away a few months ago.
Indeed.
That's the main thing. He wants to get what he sees is a justifiable reason to sell, that being a significant return on his investment. Unfortunately, his valuation is a lot higher than people who might prospectively buy the club. He's not going to give an inch, which is why he's still sitting in this seat 200 years later.
And this sort of is very reflective. I mean, Chesterfield are a sort of microcosm of this, because our owners are the exact same. Of rather than thinking, oh well, if we invest in this team and this club, then people want to pay more because they've got
more of an asset.
Like, you've got the fan base. I've been to St James's Park and seen how avid the fans are and how regular they turn up, and yet there's just no willingness to inject money into this football club.
It's crazy. I think it shows on Ashley's part a chronic misunderstanding of how loyalty to a football club works and how the value of a football club might be enhanced through good performances and a good fan spirit and things like that. It's mental as well that he won't back perhaps the biggest asset that the club has had in decades in Rafa Benitez, who has not only gotten the most out of a very, very ordinary squad, but he's totally galvanised the fan base. Everyone feels really positive about him and what he's doing. But there's only so far you can take that with a really negative owner.
What do you think is going to happen next then? Because obviously, like you say, Rafa is becoming more and more vocal about that he wants this investment, and this is this line in the sand almost.
Yeah, that's the standoff. It's that the club want Rafa to sign a new deal, and his current deal expires next summer. That's a 3-year deal he signed back in 2016. They want him to sign before they'll give him transfer funds, but Rafa wants assurance over transfers before he signs. I suspect that they will probably meet somewhere down the middle. This is generally what they do. Rafa loves the politics, as we've seen from his time towards the end at Liverpool. He did it in Napoli as well, Real Madrid. He loves getting his hands dirty with all this stuff, and he's just as complicit in these negotiations being a bit weird as they are. I think the likely scenario is that we get another dull, unsatisfying Newcastle transfer window. Maybe they pay significant money for one player. Salomon Rondon has been linked with 16.5 million once Mitrovic goes.
The big signing that you want?
Not necessarily. I think he's a good all-round player, but Newcastle not necessarily getting a lot of goals from elsewhere on the field. I think the club probably needs someone capable of scoring more than 9 a season, unfortunately. I do think he'll stay. I do think he'll sign an extension. I don't think anything in the club will necessarily change. And I think Newcastle fans, myself included, will leave this transfer window feeling very deflated.
And where do you think Newcastle will finish next season as a result of all this?
You know, 10th sounded ridiculous last season given the squad and the situation. 10th sounds equally ridiculous this summer given the massive volumes of cash that are thrown around. But we've got Rafa Benitez. I can't say 10th, let's say 12th, 13th if we don't strengthen significantly.
We'll take that. Just please don't.
I would take that right now.
Don't let Kennedy get injured, otherwise you'll be in real trouble.
Dear good God.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And you can head over to whatculture.com now for more news, updates and opinions, and check out some more of our recent football videos here. My thanks to Andy Murray. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.
Bye.